Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. Last time out we got Madarame finally confessed to all his crimes and he had his change of heart.
Morning.
So in this part is pretty much just the in-between start of the in-between section between, you know, the end of the last case with Madarame and the beginning of the new case with, I can't remember the guy's name. What's his name? Oh, shit. I've forgotten. The next case, whoever that happens to be, I can't remember his name. But anyway, so yeah, it's going to be a few parts of setup, really, pretty much. We're going to be doing a lot of social links. We're going to be doing a lot of, and there's going to be a lot of story setup, pretty much.
How are things going in regard to that matter we spoke
Oh,
about?
hey Makoto, how are you?
I have nothing to report yet.
Nothing at all? How many students are there who could provoke a teacher?
I've already narrowed it down. I just can't.
So yeah, this is pretty much the principal wants to know who was responsible, which students were responsible for you know, what happened with Kamoshida, and he's been trying to get Makoto to cover up to get some dirt on whoever the person is, or people, I should say.
I'm sure it was truly shocking for you as student council president to see a peer attempt suicide.
Yes.
We must provide a school environment where all students can feel at ease. That is the most pressing issue we have to tackle at the moment.
Asshole.
So that's your reason behind this investigation on the Phantom Thieves of Hearts? We don't even know if they truly exist.
Yes, I'm sure it is. I'm sure that's all that he cares about.
The incident with that Madarame fellow, I assume?
They said there was a similar calling card to the one used in Mr. Kamoshida's case.
I wish to believe that this is unrelated
Well done.
to our students.
Yes.
That is where I stand. I suggest you devote your energy to the task at hand, not unnecessary questions.
Yeah, so he pretty much doesn't want... He pretty much just doesn't want to believe that the Phantom Thieves have anything to do with the students here at the school. And
Did you see Madarame's
he pretty much just wants Makoto to find out
You mean that guy
what the
who
hell's
fled?
going on.
How
Like,
could
you
it
know,
possibly be?
can he get any information?
No!
Fuck. Any information from the students
You
regarding
believe those Phantom Thieves?
who,
The whole stealing your heart thing? That?
you know, put all those
There's no way.
posters up for,
But then again,
you know, against
it seems too
Kamoshida.
convenient for it all to just be coincidence. Yeah.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, he doesn't really give a shit about the students. It's more about
I just started looking yesterday.
it's more
Not gonna
about
find one that quick.
making sure the school doesn't look bad, which is typical BS, I suppose. But yeah, this is the start of the summer. So of course, as with most Persona games, at least with the previous two, we have a summer uniform, which is kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit different.
Quit bickering and go.
Ryuji has a good point, but I do like the more summery kind of uniforms. I think it looks a bit better than the standard ones. Oh, but this is a setup as well for something that we're going for an event that is going to happen. Basically, they have to go to a work placement to find out what's, you know, working in certain areas of society are going to be like. And so Anna's already set up that she's going to be going to the TV studio, so we're going to basically be tagging along. So yeah, that's going to be the next major thing that we're going to be doing, is going to the TV studio, and there's some interesting things that will happen there when we go there. Yeah, and here Yusuke has been getting shit for being Madarame's former pupil at his school. People are kind of ignoring him and being assholes about it. So, yeah. There you go. It's kind of a setup for something that will happen in a little bit, but, yeah. Yusuke's having a bit of a hard time at the moment. Yeah, we've got to lay low for a little while. Okay, so yeah, this is this happens from time to time with Mishima. And these are the requests. Apparently S&M is involved here. That's kind of fucked up. Sorry, but yeah, we get those from time to time where we can go into mementos and kind of deal with those. I haven't really done much of that yet. There's been other stuff to do in the game, so I will probably do it at a later date. I'm gonna have to anyway, because you have to do it to get to the final level of the, you know, it's for end game stuff. So I'm gonna need to do it. Yeah, gotta be careful. I can't remember what I do here, because I haven't cut anything yet. Oh, okay. I'm feeding my houseplant. This gives you a boost in your kindness, I think. Yeah, it boosts your kindness. And also, if you go into the shelf, you can there's stuff you can get throughout the throughout your journey that you can place on here to decorate your room a bit. So we got the ramen, the idol poster, which is Rosette from Persona 4, and we've also got a ramen bowl that we can stay. Okay, looks slightly nicer. But yeah, you can get other posters, I think, as well, and then other like items and little potted plants and stuff that you can put on your shelf. It doesn't really do anything. It's just like, you know, collecting stuff for the sake of collecting stuff and making your room look a little bit nicer. But that's really it. Yes, and now this is pretty much the setup of what is going to be the next section of the game. We're finding out now that there are students who are being scammed in Shibuya. So that's we'll find out a lot more about that over the course of this next section of the game, to be fair. And it also kind of
How tragic.
sorry. Also, the fact that we're seeing a lot more of Makoto during this section is also a little bit of foreshadowing, just to say that she's going to be
Give it a try.
a bit more of a major thing in this game, in this next section.
This is it. That's it.
They're most closely related to hermit crabs. Okay. Say my knowledge on crabs is not the
All right.
the most not the highest. I'm not really good with crabs. That sounds wrong, but moving on swiftly. So now it's the afternoon and we're getting text messages. This is quite a nice little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? This is quite a nice little bit of foreshadowing. Something that will happen later on as well is that Ryuji is getting a bit more kind of open with it. Sorry. That he's getting a bit more open with his, and a bit more obsessed with getting you know, more fame from being Phantom Thief. This is kind of nice. So yeah, apparently Principal Kobayakawa is trying to force the issue a little bit here and didn't tell Makoto that you know, students were going to come by to see her. And now at this point is when Makoto starts to find out a bit more about there are students who are getting scammed and are getting forced to kind of give all their money away and all this kind of thing. You know, that they're being blackmailed by someone who we'll find out a lot more about over the course of over the course of this next section of the game. So I think this is nice as well, that it kind of, something that they do rather well with Makoto here is that they kind of slowly set up the various pressures that she's getting from all sides, pretty much. that she's kind of getting pushed on multiple sides to kind of do the right thing, and kind of leads her to do some pretty stupid stuff. But we'll see that a lot later. So yeah, the social studies trip, that's where it is. So that's what's going to be happening. So that's probably going to be the next major thing that we'll be doing.
Exactly.
Ah, see, I'm smart. I'm smart. I know my shit. Let's move on. Thank you, Morgana. And our knowledge is up to max. Still up to max. I just need to finish off that fucking bravery. And then I'll be maxed out fully. It took me such a long time in Persona 5 compared to Foregone. Like, Foregone, I did it by the end of the first playthrough. It was ridiculous. So, yeah, this is something else. Like, say there's a lot of stuff being set up here that Ann is now hearing that Kobayakawa knew about the sexual abuse or the abuse that Kamoshida was doling out. And that the rumours going around are that Makoto knew about it. So it kind of sets up Ann kind of being antagonistic towards her, not wanting to help Makoto out at all. So it's a nice little setup thing. There's a lot of setup here which I really like. On the second, something you notice more on your second and third playthroughs, that there's a lot of setup leading towards a certain thing. Yeah, so this is something that the principal doesn't know about, and basically at this point he's saying, fuck this, I'm not doing anything about it. I'm focusing on the Phantom Thief stuff, and you've got to do this. And now he's kind of saying that, once again, like I said, it's the pressure building on her, because he's kind of like, your sister would easily deal with this. The high expectations that have been put on her, and now she's kind of being forced to basically, deal with the Phantom Thief issue, but also now you've got to deal with the students getting scammed as well. So she's kind of been, put under an absurd amount of pressure. It's one of those things where, even though up to this point she's been a bit of a, I don't know what the correct term is. I guess she's been a little bit of a bitch with us. But it's at this point where you start to learn a little bit more about why, and kind of start to feel sorry for her a little bit. Let's have a hot coffee. I need a coffee. If you're wondering why I'm keeping this in, it's because the moment is coming. It's finally here, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Yes! Trophy, true talent. That means I maxed out everything. Guts is fully ranked up. I didn't
Alright.
want to take a screenshot.
Head back.
Alright. But yeah, there we go. We are now at max rank. We're 100% done with that. So yeah, we're fully maxed out. So I don't have to. It's something where I don't really have to bother. So it's nice that I don't have to bother to go out of my way to do any of this stuff anymore. To get my attributes up, I can just leave it. Yeah. So yes, talking about the visit that we're doing tomorrow for the TV station. But that is going to have to wait till next part. So join me next time for the next part of Persona 5, when we'll be doing the next major event, which will be going to the TV studio. And we'll also be meeting a new character who's going to be introduced a little bit more, I would say, in this next part. So join me next time for the next part of Persona 5. See you next time.